March 2023, a special master involved in a court case made the following statement. This is not exactly how it's stated, but this is how I'm going to present it because it forces you to look at a chain of proposed evidence. The special master, whatever the person's name is, it doesn't matter, said that Project Veritas and or James O'Keefe said that an acquaintance said a person identified herself as Ashley Biden. Why am I saying it that way? It makes it sound like it's a friend of a friend statement. And it's a chain of evidence claim made by O'Keefe that's deliberately made so weak that it's not a claim by O'Keefe or Project Veritas of a fact. This is what I was told by somebody. Your Honor, I don't want you to ask him whether he thinks it's true or not. And then in private, what is said, and it's been done to Fox News and every other propaganda source, whether they call themselves propagandists or not, and whether you think propagandist is a bad thing, I just equate it to used car salesman, because it really is. I don't like James O'Keefe and Project Veritas. They falsify evidence, but they do it as salesmanship. I can't put them in jail for lying because there's no consequence for lying in politics or in most things, whether you like it or not. I'm not defending him. I think he's a bastard. But it's not illegal as long as he doesn't make an assertion that something is factual and that he knows it's true and then it gives it merit. And even then, when he or Fox News or anybody else does it, that's notorious for twisting the truth or fucking lying, you don't believe them. But he made a claim that someone who is not really identifying as anything other than an acquaintance of somebody claimed on the phone to the acquaintance that someone was Ashley Biden or a Biden. Not even a complete statement like it was Ashley Biden on the phone. That is something that James O'Keefe / Project Veritas cannot claim. That's what's bringing up people in my comment section. He did every way of dodging saying something that would get him into trouble. It's amazing. And the thing is, it's not even really subtle. Any lawyer can dismantle this. And no matter what the gravity or gravitas this might have, it doesn't change that it isn't an assertion of a fact being reality-based. A reality-based fact. I mean, it's like we keep saying a real statement. No. Is this a factual statement? People will use the word truth, truther, and then they'll weasel out of providing proof of their truth, which means they don't believe the word truth means anything. What is this based on? I'm going to go backwards in time slowly. August of 2022, Aimee Harris and Robert Kurlander pled guilty to crossing state lines with stolen property. They wouldn't plead guilty to stealing something. And Aimee Harris was in a building that had something in it that didn't belong to her that has been claimed to have been liberated from the building illegally. Well, we can imply, did Aimee Harris tell everybody she witnessed this document, this object you're talking about, in the hands of Ashley Biden? No. She was told Ashley Biden once slept here, and some of her things are here, and she went and grabbed something from somewhere, or she didn't. She is refusing to confirm an assertion some of you are claiming has been confirmed, but not in so many words. Meanwhile, Donald Trump overtly stated that he wanted to have interactions with a relative of his, but couldn't because it was his daughter. This was stated. You can listen to it, apparently. It's in writing. He made a creepy statement about his kid. Oh, she wasn't my daughter. Well, What is this based on? This is based on the presumption that Joe Biden is a pervert to his kids. Period. That's what's being said. Well, I'm not saying that. Every truther out there is refusing to say it. Some of them say, I will say it. Then you're stating you have evidence that he is a pervert or a child molester or something, right? Yes? And then they're like, if you make an assertion like that, that is actionable in court. You're not going to say it. Well, I know the truth, separating everything out, parsing it out like a lawyer, avoiding being disbarred. Meanwhile, Trump verbally said shit. It's recorded. He tweeted it. It's not something debatable. Well, he didn't mean it. No. Did he say it or not? At this point, you have to put somebody in an electric chair and basically cook them, because torturing won't work, because they'll never admit that they're looking at something or hearing something Trump really said that's really bad. The level of proof versus truth some people push is a little crazy. Now we're at the 5-minute, 38-second mark. Do I believe that this is Ashley Biden's diary? It might be, except which one? James O'Keefe, a.k.a. Project Veritas, had possession of something that they said they weren't going to publish. Another entity called the National File posted 112 pages out of an unknown number of pages, claiming it must be Ashley Biden's diary, and then qualified the fuck out of it because they weren't making a real claim. They said this is the truth, but it's not a fact. I'm not a factor, I'm a truther. Claiming it was a diary during her time in 2019 in treatment or rehabilitation of some kind. And the FBI investigation after that led to Project Veritas being raided November 2021. And he swore up and down, we didn't publish it. It got leaked. Pinning him down is the document you're being showed, the 112 pages here, from the National File, Is that the same thing? I don't know, is what he's going to say. Why? Because he knows damn good and well it's not the same file, because it's a fake. Or it isn't. Well, we'll never know. Right, we'll never know. Okay, let's take this again. A lot of you truthers won't say it. Did Ashley Biden claim that her dad was a pervert to her or not? No. Did she claim? On camera, her mouth moving, not a fake, not a deep fake, not an AI. Has she ever made this claim? I don't feel comfortable around my dad while you're in treatment for psychedelic and mind-altering drugs. I'm frightened of people. I had a terrifying dream last night of something happening. Or you're going through DT, you're detoxing. And if any of you out there want to question this, find someone you know that overtly states that they went through just alcohol. Like, just alcohol really is a minimal thing. Did they ever have weird dreams that were disturbing? I had to have medication at one time to cure me of the infection that was trying to kill me and take my legs. I kept my legs in my life. But the medication I was taking made me trip out when I slept. I woke up having horrible dreams about me doing terrible things, like being an axe murderer or stabbing people or sticking myself in the face with just really weird shit. And I woke up screaming and paralyzed because I had 104 fever and I was dying. But you don't think someone detoxing from who knows what? I mean, this is the Biden family. Every one of them is a train wreck. Period. Full stop. Could she have written something that sounded really bad in her diary? Yeah. So this could be her diary. All anybody has to do is, well, where did the diary end up? Well, eventually it was recovered, whatever this fucking thing was, and turned over to the police department. And it was, what was it? The Delray Beach police in Florida. They would have imaged it. Okay, get a copy of what they have and compare it to the National Files version. Are they the same thing? Did anybody do that? WebTech, you're just splitting hairs here. Let's start over. Chain of evidence. The person you're claiming made an assertion about her dad hasn't made this claim because you can't find proof of it. Your proof of this claim, this is the whole thing, the whole proof of your claim. Well, I want to weasel out and talk about something else. No, we're just dealing with the claim that Biden's a pervert. Is from a document that was published by the National File that did everything but say they faked it because they wanted to avoid making a positive statement that would land them in court. And at the same time, Project Veritas hinting that it was valid, and then going out of their way, they say things like, a friend of a friend of a friend said that there were the specific Biden lady. And remember, Project Veritas and James O'Keefe are notorious for salesmanship, like selling you a car with no engine. Think like that. By falsifying an incident where he was dressed as a pimp. He has gone out of his way to, over the top, comically lie to people, and you don't get that he's doing that primarily so that he can't be taken to court, because nobody would take it seriously. And number two, he's not making an assertion he's claiming is factual. Well, if you listen to him in interviews, he always says, well, it sure looks bad. Are you making a claim that such and such happened? Well, it looks like it. It's a yes or no question you're refusing to answer. He's not just covering his ass. He's doing this qualified immunity from prosecution because if he makes a statement that could be falsifiable, then you can disprove it because he won't prove it. What object are you doing watchful thinking? No court paper, no court, no special master, no government or police agency has ever stated the Delray Beach Florida apartment journal, notebook, or diary, it was a notebook. Go look at it, it's a notebook, or its contents ever belonged to Ashley Biden in any way. Anti-Biden propagandists, activists, and truthers keep lying about it being confirmed through the very agencies they claim are covering it up. Well, they hinted at it. No, you're making a claim that something's factual. Could this be her diary? Yes, quite easily. And I can come up with a bunch of qualifiers like she was detoxing and she wrote crazy shit. Even the person who found this claimed that it was a crazy document. Are there examples of her handwriting to compare it to? I see handwriting experts on YouTube trying to do these, and then when I track down what their sources are, it's something that isn't her. It's not like they couldn't just find something she wrote. Are they avoiding looking for something that we could easily see doesn't match? Well, that's because she was in crazy mode. So why are you assuming she's even stating something that could be taken seriously? Is this admissible in court? The claim is she was uncomfortable with or was having nightmares or dreams or was terrified of something during a period of time when she was in detox. Okay. And I'm an axe murderer because I had to dream about myself doing it or stabbing myself. It was actually mostly me stabbing myself. I don't even know. And yeah, I'm revealing something very, very straight, crazy sound. Yeah. It was like almost 20 years ago. Good God, I'm old. But anyway, existential horror of sight. God, I am old. I can say 30 years without blinking. I can remember 30 years. Let's talk about something more pleasant. A special master said, Project Veritas said, an acquaintance said that someone said they were Ashley Biden over the phone, and actually what they said is Biden. That is not confirmation of any of this. Aimee Harris and Robert Kurlander pled guilty to crossing state lines with stolen property, doesn't confirm it was hers. Project Veritas was raided by the FBI in connection with the National File posting some 112 pages of something they claimed. No, it was because of a burglary complaint. And a claim that it had to be Ashley Biden's diary. And then them going ahead and if you read it properly, they go out of their way to disclaim the living dog shit about the claim. None of the courts, no special master, no legal documents, no government or police agency has stated this was Hillary Clinton's documentation. And again, this doesn't confirm you can remove Biden from office. Him having a train wreck for a son and having a maybe temporary train wreck of a daughter doesn't mean he's guilty of anything. Meanwhile, Donald Trump overtly stated if he wasn't related to her, he'd do his daughter. And you don't want to hear that. That's creepy as hell. That's a pervert. Biden being huggy and kissy with his relatives is cringy, and I don't like it. But it's not a crime. And some of you are pretty weird. Anyway, someone says, I'm demented, and I need to seek mental help because the diary is true. You didn't say it was factual, and you didn't say it belonged to her. Qualified much? Hey, maybe you're a lawyer. I'm getting tired of this shit. All you have to do is admit you're being lied to by politicians and propagandists and not repeat their statements. If you can't find better ammo than this, you're shooting blanks. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. And yes, I think Biden's a little weird. Bye.